All I have to offer is words. Just words. 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 Words.
Nobody cares.
What's going on, my beautiful peoples? This is Ron Kain. Welcome to Just Words Nobody Cares on this beautiful, beautiful Saturday. Not that it ever matters when I say the time or date, because by the time I release this fucking episode, it doesn't matter.
You drop on a Tuesday.
Whatever happened on this Saturday does not reflect what's happening on your real-time Saturday or whenever you do decide to listen. Anywho, you know who we got on deck? My brother, my main man, Dre Drizzo.
Yes. What's going on? What's happening? What's popping, my people? It's been a while. I feel super rusty, but it's okay, bro. It's okay.
No, but you came in smooth, bro.
I tried to, bro.
Were you doing vocal warm-ups too?
Yes, I did in the bathroom.
There you go.
Dude, have you, now because we were briefly talking about prep work, do you do any prep work before coming over?
No, absolutely not. I freestyle this whole shit all the time.
He calls me up like, yo, Ram, you get me? It's the prep work. Like, yeah, I'm coming. That's it.
So when you asked, is it the whole crew today? Was that your opportunity to be like, I'm gonna call Ramz?
That was my shot. I saw that he asked, so I'm like, fuck, I gotta call him directly. He's like, called just in time.
Yeah. I saw that question kind of drop off in the chat.
Yeah, I was like, no Uber, cool.
Wait, you been Ubering it?
Sometimes I do.
Oh, look
Está frío.
Hey, you know.
Está frío, bro.
Oh, man. And today, who we got on deck? Because we got the full squad, which is really, really exciting. Wow. But, you know, as always, usually, not as always, but the last second...
The closer.
The closer. So today we got on deck our brother, Ramz McFly.
In the building.
I never get it to where the beat drops. I never fucking... But
it's...
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, too late.
Next
too
time.
late.
Let's start over. Let's do that.
Table it.
Yeah.
How are you doing, brother? I feel like I haven't seen you in a while.
We're doing good. You know, with the conversation we're talking about how it's cold, I'm like, I feel like throwing it off. I want to show up one day like tank top, like a sun hat. Like you said, you know when you're going to hear this. You can hear it in the summertime. Like, oh, what's going on there? ¿Qué está pasando? But now, all is good. It's, like I said, tan 36, está bueno. Está bueno. I left the scarf at home.
Yeah.
It's one less thing. We're good.
And also to fill out the co-host circle, because we got, today's our season premiere, and we're in season 4 technically. And so about fucking, I don't know where the time goes, but
drop the
drop a bomb.
And the bomb. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we do need a couple of bombs.
Here we go. Welcome season 4. Welcome season 4.
My bad. I need to fucking get back on the buttons.
It's been a while.
But who we got on deck today, as always, the honorable, lovely Haydee. How are you doing?
I'm great. It's a whole new experience from this side, and I'm enjoying it. So happy to be back.
Just see me fucking press away mad buttons randomly.
Yeah, and then you take away the microphone. So we're gonna be here squabbling over the microphone.
I guess for the people that can see. Anywho, today's guest, man, it's a nice way to start off the year. Yo, just recently dropped a single. I've been playing the track. Like not even the track, the catalog all morning, and prior to setting up, because once again it's the season premiere, and it's I was scrambling. It's one of those things where you're like, yo, fucking panic, mass panic. But yo, la musiquita me tenía tranquilo en paz. So I'm really happy today. And your energy, your flow, the way you walked in, I didn't see you when you walked in, but the energy really just felt nice and bright. The jacket, the outfit, everything about you, just absolutely amazing. Who we got on deck? The lovely Jae Camilo.
Aw, thank you guys. No, thank you guys definitely for having me. I'm really excited for today, our little chat. And congratulations on your season 4, right?
Thank you.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And you are the first guest. You are the first guest ever to have all of us in the building.
Yeah.
Really?
So this is a special one. Yeah, you are the first guest ever to have
true.
that.
Yeah, I really wanted to be here. So.
Yeah.
Aw, yes. I'm so happy. That's cool.
It definitely wouldn't have worked out. Just 3 dudes talking to a bunch of
Yes. I think my
Tell
partner.
me about your love songs and why
Yes.
you hate men.
Leave that to that.
How much can you bench press? How much can you deadlift? What numbers you got?
But you know, it's one of those things because as now that we've been diving into some musical guests and Karina being our main contact over here.
Shout out to Karina.
Shout out to Karina.
Drop a bomb for Karina.
You know, and because the reality is, unless one is presented with some of the content, like I you know, for me, I guess I might have to admit it. I do have taste freeze because
That's a record. That's the first time he's admitted
Oh.
it. He's
Taste
been
freeze?
fighting this for a minute.
I don't know.
Where like when you came of age, think of that.
I came of age January. I turned 40.
You
Is
just
that what
moved
you
up your
mean?
taste freeze. No, but your music taste or your taste in general live in one era.
That's it. No
Yeah.
mismo.
Gotcha.
For
Oh, so that's why I
example-
keep playing the same playlist all the
Yes.
time now?
Yes.
50 Cent is on there.
You know,
Maybe.
G-Unit is Really? That's a thing?
Yeah.
apparently after 35.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And then what follows is they don't make music how they used to anymore.
Oh,
Clearly.
man, no.
Oh yeah. A lot of songs now this year I realized they're all like I think it's 25-year anniversary
Yeah.
or something
Yeah.
like
Oh
that.
my
Oh
goodness.
my god.
I was like going through the list the other day. I was like, that song.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I was
Yeah.
A
like,
bunch of Tego. We saw
wow.
Mateo Calderon, a bunch of Tego hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, word.
Bueno.
Do you have taste freeze? Do you think you do? Or do you have to? Do you do research actively in the
No, I don't really have the time, but like I said before, when I do like warm up and I get into that mood, like I said Jason Derulo earlier, he has a song like How the Body Moves or something. I don't know, some snake song. I don't even know what it is, but the beat is fire.
there you
So
go.
it's like, I'm like, okay, it's some girl. I don't even know who it is. That's bad, but that's what right now is on that playlist. So that's like, oh, okay, boom. So maybe I don't because of that, because I'm constantly like, I'll just randomly play like what's new at the moment in that genre.
I don't know if it counts because one of my debates was, or my counter argument was, I don't have taste freeze because like Nas dropped a new album. I'm like, okay, and I listened to his new album. But no, I think taste freeze correlates to the time period of when you listen to that artist. And so I might have to share with you. You do have taste freeze.
I had no idea Jason Derulo was making
So then I do.
It's
Sorry.
meaning like you're not looking
This
for
is-
new artists.
You're not
It's
looking
just-
for
oh,
yeah.
okay.
Oh,
wow.
yeah, so
That's
I
true.
do.
I got
This
that.
is
Yeah, I got
Okay.
this is actually an
Admitting.
intervention. This is
Yes,
what it is.
at this point, it has
No,
definitely
no.
become an intervention. That's it, guilty.
but
I do, I guess.
Everyone
Yeah.
drops new music, so it works.
No.
Oh.
But all that to share. I mean, and my point being, given that, you know, when it comes to bachata, or even, I think Latino music in general, like, the salsa, bro, you know, dejo de escuchar Hector Lavoe. Like,
Never.
like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
My most recent dude, Mark Anthony.
But bachata music is having like a
Moment.
moment.
Yes.
Yeah. A resurgence. I don't know if you can call it that if it's been around for a minute, right? But
I think that it has. I think that it's just that now, being that there's a lot of international mainstream artists that are diving
Yeah.
into the genre, I think that that's made people like curious, and now they're like, oh, bachata, what's bachata? Oh, so someone came out with something after Frank Reyes, or Reyes, you know, and that's kind of like what happened. But in reality, no, it's so many underground, so many new talent artists that have been working for the past 10, 15, even 20 years, going hard at it. But they haven't gotten the opportunity, I think, to share it. And I think that us ourselves, like he said right now, like Hector and Mark, like if you're not fishing for the music, then that's what you're gonna know. So it's the same thing like with the newer artists. If they're not put on like bigger playlists, then you're never gonna listen. Unless you're looking for them, you're never gonna hear their music.
But I mean, so you just dropped a new track on like for Valentine's Day, or was it?
Before Valentine's.
Before.
Yeah.
Me, my bad. But it was around there.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
the thing is that my Instagram feed is everything like 4 days behind. But whatchamacallit, like it, so, you know, you as an artist, now that you're, I mean, like, what made you get into bachata as a genre? Period. Like, how did you even? Why did that become your genre of choice?
I think I always had an interest in bachata since I was little. But I think that, like, with our culture, like, I'm born and raised in Brooklyn. So, like, I was listening to Tupac and Biggie and Lil Kim. That's the kind of music that you had to listen to. You know, I basically lived in different parts of Brooklyn. But I mainly like was raised and like grew up in East New York. So it was very hip hop, R&B kind of vibes. But in my household, I come from Dominican parents. It was basically bachata all day long or bolero all day long. Like, yeah, like that's what it was. There was nothing else. So I then started like always messing around with, like, when I would start singing these songs and stuff, I've noticed that it was kind of like it was all males, so there's no females. So it's basically like no one for me to really like look up to or like say, oh, I'm gonna be like her, I want to try this. It was only males. So then I started doing like the Whitney and the Mariah and all that, and I kind of took an interest into the R&B and pop kind of genre. So I started my career actually in the English market, but I always found myself in a girl group.
Oh, the girl group.
These labels wanted, you know, a girl group. They were like, all right, Destiny Child is out the way. We need some little girls.
Yeah. We need Latinas.
We need Latinas. And it was kind of like, that's what I kept on just like literally one after the other, one after the other.
Oh, boy.
And
I can imagine.
it's tough.
Bring your demo. They're like, all right, you have 2 more friends? You have two more friends, please.
You need 2 amiguitas.
Spicy.
Basically, that's exactly how it was.
We need one light, one darker, and you're right in the middle.
It'll work. It'll definitely work.
I was always the one, we can't really tell what you are.
Ambiguous word.
Like, you know,
We'll
you're
use it.
dark, but you speak Spanish, you're perfect. You know, it could work. So I did that for a really, really long time. But I always, every time I was home, I always was brought in. And my dad, he played guitar. And my dad would have like his Sundays with all his boys, and they had a whole
jam
boy
session.
band.
Yeah.
And it was like, you know, playing all this music and Leonardo Paniagua, like old artists. So I would sit there and I would be like, okay, can I sing? Like, give me the microphone. Like, you know. And even at my household, it was kind of like weird vibe. Like, this is for men, you know, grown men. Like, that's,
What did your mom do when this was happening?
My mom was cooking for everybody.
I was afraid you were going to see that.
My mom was probably cooking and cleaning and doing all that. She was never really,
doing women things.
Basically. So they'll tell me like, oh, you want to sing? Okay, cántate ahí una de Whitney Houston. Like, you know, like, I will always love you. And I'm like,
They pigeonholed you.
Super.
yeah.
Don't you got one of those little girl groups that you could sing one of their songs from?
So it was always there, basically. So then, though, it wasn't until like Aventura actually came out that then they had Judy Santos and Monchi and Alexandra had Alexandra, that then it was kind of like, oh, everybody's been lying to me all this time. It's possible.
Yeah.
Like, I can do the Spanish thing. Like, why you guys keep throwing me this way? And I was in a place where I was like in a really dark place because we had, I was in a girl group. We were in Miami. And you know how it is. No one has the same work ethics. No one sees things a certain way. Right. And I just always felt like, why am I always working like 200%?
Oh, boy.
The other 2 wasn't working?
No.
But they were dead weight.
They're like, we were in Miami.
No, they worked, you know? For the record label, it worked. But for me personally, I just was like phoning my mom every time.
Oh, man, that bad.
And then my mom's like, you gotta stay there. Do you see Beyonce? Like, it's gonna work.
Power
and then
through.
you just be Beyonce. And I'm just like, in my mind, I'm like, no, that's not the way things work. I'm literally like unhappy of like being here and like not enjoying music. Like, why I even started to do this stuff? And I left an acting career behind. I left modeling behind. So it was like a big thing for me to
a big
like,
leap.
yeah, because I couldn't do everything at the same time. I was always casted in like films and stuff like that, and it was like my time wasn't enough to do both. So I decided I'm gonna pursue music. Everything else can come along later on. Right. So for me to do that and then not be in a happy place was kind of like so depressing. So when I came back to I ended up leaving. So I ended up leaving. And when I came back to New York, I remember we went into a meeting and the record company was like, well, we just, took this girl out because she wasn't working. But we want to keep everything you guys recorded, but we're going to bring this girl in. And that was like,
oh, damn.
that was the moment.
Keep that group.
Yeah, that was the moment that I was like, well, unfortunately, I think that I'm going to go somewhere else. Like, I'm going to do something else. And everybody was like, no, and trying to convince. And my parents, I was underage, so they have to sign. And I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. And then I told my mom, Judy Santos is singing bachata. Alexandra is singing bachata. So, like, why can't I? Like, this is what I want to do. And then it was actually my mom who contacted someone at the time and was like, hey, do you know anyone who produces Romeo Santos, Aventura, Prince Royce? And the guy happens to say, yes, of course, I know someone.
Just like that.
And, yeah.
One call.
One phone call. It really was one phone call. Well, the guy was a musician, so, so it kind of like worked out.
Mira, tú conoces fulanito.
No. And then I ended up just going, a meeting with, that was, SP, Polanco, and Napoles, who I started my career with them. And then I ended up going into the studio, and that's when I recorded a cover, which was Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Yeah. Fire, by the way.
Yes,
Thank you.
Your stuff is excellent.
Thank you. And then after that, that's it. That's basically like how I started and how I really got inspired, because I really didn't have anybody to like really say like, okay, like this, like you said before, like, oh, it's possible, you can do it. And then everybody else around me was like, not negative, but they were very like pessimistic. Like, really, like, you're a girl.
You're a girl,
and look at the way you dress. Like, you're from East New York. Like, really? Like, do you see the bachateros? Like, think about it. And I'm just like,
¿Y tú estás en eso todavía? El grupito, llama el grupito.
I listened to the episode you did with AW Confidential.
Yes.
And you said that everyone, and including women, just accept that men are the bachateros are men. Everyone just accepts it. So it's kind of like the status quo. So hats off to you that you decided, you made a conscious decision to believe in yourself. And you said what? You said to the record label, you know what? You're treating me as a replaceable item. Yeah. But I know that I can grow further from this and create my own brand. So congratulations.
Yeah,
that's really exciting.
thank you.
Yeah, it's a big leap. And how long did that last in Miami? Like how?
With the girl group stuff, well, like you said, my thought was I could be replaceable because I saw so many girls like in and out, in and out, in and out. They really didn't care much. So that lasted, I'm gonna say, probably like almost 2 years.
Wow.
So when you think about time,
That's
you're
all,
like,
that's quite a block.
like it was crazy. And it was crazy because the reason why I had committed to that was because I went to Making the Band.
Oh,
wait, the Diddy joint?
Yeah, Making the Band. And I went to Making the Band audition, and I went through all the rounds. I passed everything, and then at the ending,
Hold up, I can find footage of you on the show?
No.
Oh, okay, what to say?
Yes, you cannot, because at the end of the day, if you don't sign the deal, you don't exist.
You got lucky.
Yeah. So they're not going to put somebody in.
No, but sometimes they have
That
like
worked
that
out very
little
well.
part
That
of
worked out very well.
the like the behind the scenes, or when they're trying to.
I was on the commercial. So maybe if you look up the commercial, you'll find it. But then it'll be weird because it's like, okay, she was on the commercial. on MTV, but we never saw her even audition. So what happened? Yeah. So what happens is at the ending of everything, I had met with a female that I knew, and she was part of the panel, coincidentally. And we had the same vocal coach. Funny story. And she's actually Diddy's right-hand woman. Oh. So it just happened to be that I didn't know who she was. Literally, it's crazy. I just see her all the time in this class, and who knows who she is. You never know who you're next to.
Real.
Basically, this whole entire time, this is who this girl was. Wow. And basically, she saw me, she pulled me to a side, and she had a conversation with me. And after that, I was like, oh, okay, not a problem. So I declined the contract for to go on the TV to actually do the show.
That's for Danity Kane,
So,
right?
yes.
That one?
Yes. So
Thank you for reminding me. My brain went to fucking
Making
Loch
a
Ness.
band. Yeah, me too. I was like, wait.
Danity.
Said Loch Ness. Yeah.
I mean, that was his name, right?
Ness,
Ness.
yeah,
You can
yeah.
Loch Ness.
Oh, okay.
The monster?
Yeah. because he was a monster rapper.
Yeah,
Like, that's
yeah,
what he would
yeah.
call himself. But his name was not something.
Okay.
No, yeah, it was for them.
So once you
Okay.
saw Danity
And-
Kane blow up like that, did you like regret it at one point? Or
No,
you
because
were like, shit?
literally from that time, I went straight into the. So it wasn't like I didn't get signed. It wasn't like I
okay.
didn't. I just took a different
a ride.
contract.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Cool,
opposed to
cool,
that
cool.
one. And that was just it. I mean, it was like a done deal with the girl group, or go through all these things in his house with a whole bunch of females and try to beat everyone's brains out for a contract. Like, what are you gonna pick? You know? And I was like, ah. And then Diddy's contract, no lie, I still have it. It might be like this
Holy
big.
shit.
Oh my God! About
So-
owning everything about you.
Yeah, he'll probably own like your kids and
And
your
everything.
grandkids
Oh my
and your
God.
great
I mean,
grandkids. So
now in hindsight.
That's crazy.
yeah,
What was the name of your group? Of the girl group?
we did not have a name.
Oh,
man.
That's a
for
good
2
name.
years?
We did not
We
have
did
it.
not
Yeah,
have a
years
name.
for 2
operating
years,
without
no
a name.
name.
No,
But y'all did shows and everything too?
no, we. You know what it is? A company. What they would do is they would sign you for like a demo. So what they would do was they would send you wherever it was, whatever state, with whatever producers they chose and writers and everything, and they'd say, here you go work. So like your job is you get paid every day, you go there every day, you show up, you work out,
Like a boot camp.
you rehearse,
Like a boot camp.
yeah, basically like a
Oh,
boot
wow.
camp, and you record these songs. That was
wow.
it. And that was just not it.
Not in-
I
was
had
just
no
not-
idea that's how that shit operated.
At all.
I
We
did
saw
not know that.
the Backstreet Boys documentary about the record label guy.
That's true.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
the
and
Sync
he
was like that too.
operated-
Yeah,
he
I think
it was- it was
Britney
the
was
same
like
guy,
that too.
yeah.
It was the same guy.
Same
yeah.
guy.
All these
Doing all
motherfuckers
the
is in
boy
Miami.
bands.
Yeah.
Operating,
They were
yeah,
operating
like
with
a
the chubby
machine.
guy. It was
Yeah.
a chubby
Yeah.
white guy.
Chubby.
Oh, big guy. Yeah. I was trying to be.
So once you record the songs, then you come back to the States, and now the execs, which I won't name, would, basically pull us out here in the city, like, where like 11th Avenue is over there, those little warehouses. They
Yeah.
used to have a lot of like studios hidden in those buildings, and they would go there, and then we'd go there and we'd perform for them.
For the execs.
Like the Zach songs that we did, the singles that they picked, like whatever,
Yeah.
the image that they,
The
whatever,
dance routine,
the dance
all
routine,
that.
everything. And then they would either say, okay, we got it, it's it, or they'll say, I don't like that girl.
Get out.
And that's it.
And that was the end of that. So now the girl's out. Now you gotta go
over.
you gotta
Wow.
re-record
Oh God.
with the new girl.
Oh Lord.
If that girl had any vocal parts in the song. Because sometimes with a lot of the songs, with a lot of like girl groups, not everyone gets to sing either.
What the fuck?
That I figured.
right?
You get like
Just
an
like a
ad-lib or
pretty
something,
face.
right? You get like a...
Yeah, or like a
You'd be
face.
lucky.
Yeah, like a
Oh
face,
my
yeah.
God. Wow.
Yeah.
Embellishing the process.
Yeah.
Niggas said the riff. They just did
That's it.
Yeah.
writing credit.
Yo.
Wow.
Man, but shout out to you because you
That's
said,
a lot.
nah, this is not for me. I'm out. Because anybody would be like, this is my
They'll
dream.
say.
I need to
I'll
stay.
wait
I
for
need
the
to...
10th
yeah.
girl to get kicked out. I
Yeah.
don't care
Yeah.
until...
Yeah.
I'll be
you
the
said
last
nah.
one standing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's true.
hell yeah.
And my mom and my sister, that's what they kept on like.
You wildin',
like I
dog.
would call because
Yeah.
they literally would have arguments off of like a pink sheet.
A pink sheet? What's a
Like
pink
a
sheet?
like a sheet to cover yourself. Like, like sometimes they'll gift us certain things, certain companies, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like a blanket, a sheet.
Oh,
I'd be
just
like, I want the pink one.
The girls would? The...
Yeah. And I'm like, pero dame la negra, a mí no me
Yeah.
importa, pero ustedes van a pelear.
They made it. They feel like they made it
Like-
already over that.
Over that. And I'd be like, are you kidding me? Or like they'll order food and everyone tries to be like, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And somebody will be like, well, I'm not eating that today. And I'm like, fine.
So y'all
And
lived
I'm
in the
like,
same apartment house and all that shit.
Of course.
So do you think they're
Lord.
recording us now for reality
Damn.
TV? What's happening?
I can't help but think
Yeah.
of like a parody, like, oye, tráeme unos tres golpes.
Damn.
Just,
So that means you gotta,
Yeah.
you gotta
So I
get
did
along
try-
with them. You gotta
Yeah.
like, oh, Lord.
So if you can't get along with someone, I understand business is business and personal spread, but if you can't get along with someone and the energy is not good and the aura is not good, the vibes are not good, how do you expect to even get far?
yeah.
Right.
So because my mentality has always been longevity in my career, it's like I was like, this is not gonna pass from our first single. Like we're literally gonna be a one-hit wonder. And even with bachata, that's why with bachata, there's so many different avenues you can go nowadays, especially with the new artists and it being urban and more pop and more mainstream. But certain artists, they do take certain routes because they're easier routes. And then other artists are like, no, like I'm going to get accepted. Like we're going to figure this out because at the end of the day, you don't want to be a one-hit wonder.
man.
It's hard to come back from
Longevity,
that.
as you said.
It's
Yeah,
The brand,
you know?
you want the brand to last beyond you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe for someone who wakes up and it's like, I'm going to be a singer today.
That's a dream. You know why? 'Cause you could tour with that one hit. You could tour and make money.
For years.
For years. That's true. That's
I'm
true.
not
Yes.
talking, I'm not talking
years.
smack.
It's different ways.
But like nowadays, that reminds me of the "We must serve on that corner." That right? Like it's one song, and everyone's like, "Yes, ese tigre se pegó." Ball, Jello Ball,
Yellow ball.
¿Cómo fue?
Vainita, Lonzo, them Lonzo Ball. Mierda, pero I plugged into hip hop.
It wasn't a good one.
It's a
Wonder.
one-hit wonder.
No llegado.
Do you have
Wait.
a taste freeze?
So all right, so I got taste freeze.
How does the song go?
It might serve on that corner. Whoa. Watch, you're gonna play
Remember,
another thing with this.
I
and you're gonna be
got
like,
that freeze thing. It came out after a couple of years. Because I'm stuck. Oh, yeah, I got that freeze thing. What was it?
whose son is that?
Yeah,
Whose son is that? Is that Nas's
freeze.
son? Who's that? You guys know the Ball family in basketball?
Oh, yeah, I know them. Yeah, yeah.
So-
That motherfucker raps?
So one of them raps now,
outta
and he made one song.
He's killing it.
Y todo el mundo se volvió loco, like
Yeah.
the NBA and everything. Yo, they had him perform at the Lions versus whoever game at halftime,
Oh, wow.
and then he performed at the All-Star game.
Wait, you're talking about the halftime game at the Detroit versus
Yes.
the Redskins?
Yes.
That dude,
Ese
that
tigre.
dude, that motherfucker's trash.
I might swerve in that corner, whoa.
Yeah, he's a basketball player.
Oh, that's
but
what-
I'm saying, talking about being a one-hit wonder.
It's a business.
yeah.
No, oye, le dieron contrato y todo y la vaina.
Of course. Because your numbers went up,
Yeah,
and at the
that's
end of
it.
the day, the companies just want money.
That's
So
it.
I mean, you're a
If you make
product,
That's
you're
it.
the brands, and that's that.
But
They don't
I
care.
think a lot of artists right now are just shooting for that one hit wonder.
a lot are.
Yeah, because a lot throw out singles, see what sticks, and
Yeah. I mean, it depends. Sometimes, like for instance, me personally, like right now, in the last 3 months, 4 months, I released 3 singles so far. So, and I have another one coming out now in March again. So, I do.
You're like, but wait,
I do
I'm
the
releasing singles, but-
so I do the singles. No, because in respect to that, the singles thing, sometimes it depends how you look at it. For instance, I am an underground artist. Not a lot of people, know who I am. Bachata.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. Don't forget
Bachata, the genre itself, being that, like we spoke before, it's right now so pigeon cooped into the older bachata artists where they're really not. Like when you listen to my music and you listen to bachata, you're like, what is going on here? Because she is like talking about she's gonna live. I got one life to live and I'm gonna live it. But bachata is about el trago. Like she left me.
Yeah.
Come back. Yes, exactly. So it's very confusing. You know what I mean? It's very, very confusing. So because of that, I feel sometimes that the more singles that I release, it's putting me more on that radar.
Gotcha.
Not aiming for a hit.
Yeah.
To me, all my songs are fire.
There you go.
To me, I listen to Jae Camilo all day long. So maybe that's why I have, what is it, taste freeze?
Taste freeze.
Guilty.
Sorry.
Hey, it is
Yeah.
what it is.
Guilty.
It is what it is.
So maybe that's why, because all I listen to is Jae Camilo. I listen to myself as soon as I get in the car. Driving here right now, I listen to everything that's out. and then I listen to everything that's gonna come out. I listen to things that I don't put in the back burner, like, what was I thinking?
Oh, wow.
You know, and then I'm like, today I had too much coffee because that shit sounds fire. Oh, God, I might have overlooked this song a little bit, you know? So I just feel like me releasing music is just putting me in that light where it's like, oh, la tiguerita, la muchachita, la morenita, whatever it is. But at least it's keeping me circulating as to know she's working.
No, of course.
you know?
Yeah, of course.
One thing that bachata has nowadays is that because of the cost, it's not like you can just take basically, you know, an MP3 or something
like
and
it
just
throwing your
basically
show up,
we can't do that.
Yeah.
So because we can't do that, it's very costly.
Live band.
So a lot of the times with the newer artists, especially females, because we have it hard regardless, we can only release one song or 2 songs a year.
Oh, wow.
Because in 2 songs, just 2 songs, you're looking at minimum of $6,000.
El diablo.
Damn.
So,
No.
and that
Wait,
is
that's
just
for the band, studio, all that.
that's just for the record.
Wow.
For you to put out the record.
You gotta find 5
So,
thirsty niggas.
You know?
Damn.
And string them along.
And that's a lot.
That is, yes.
So when you see that someone's releasing 10 songs, an album, easily it was $20,000. Wow. So now you sit here and you're like, for a young person to have that and be able to put out an album, put out an EP, they work their ass off.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
They work their ass off to be able to get those songs out. So because it's so costly, we're not in that radar. There's no way for the people to say, oh yeah, I heard a song by that person. Then we become like your friend you just spoke about.
Well, it's
What was the
around
song?
the corner. Whoa.
That is not your booking.
He's doing that. He's booking halftime shows.
And that's when that artist needs
Gotcha.
that one-hit wonder, because then you'll have the one hit, then you'll be known, and then it's what you have after that, which unfortunately, when an artist gets that hit record, they got no money to come up with the next record.
They spent all the money.
So what they have left is to tour on
Keep
that
touring.
one record
Keep touring.
and milk it as much as they can, you know?
Yeah.
And then they fall into the traps where it's like, okay, I'm going to sign you. Or I'm going to, you know, whatever. So now they sign over.
It's those predatory loans, man.
Yes. So now you don't know that. So now you're on tour. You think you're the shit because you killing it. And then when you get $15, you're like,
Ese ni compra un trepo.
you know, you're like, it cost me $2,000, $3,000 to make the song. I'm getting $15 a show. Why? And the company's like, yeah, but we are doing your marketing and we're promoting you
And
now.
we're giving you the tour budget.
You know, we gotta charge.
What did you see the Grammys? Did you see Chapel Roan's speech? I didn't. I mean, disclaimer: I didn't hear it or see it, but I just saw that she advocated for artists' health.
Oh yes,
insurance.
yes, I actually did. Yes,
for
yes,
health
yes, yes, yes,
insurance?
yes, yes. But yeah, that's what she said. She wanted the health insurance and for them to be able to basically like pay them if they're out of work and employment and all this stuff.
To
So
treat them with respect.
with respect,
Yeah.
basically.
What did you
I
think of
agree.
that? Yeah.
I agree 100% because that's why a lot of musicians are homeless. That's why a lot of musicians are, living out of their car. They move to these different states and then they are on the couch. They're trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? And mental health then comes into play.
Oh, yeah, then drugs.
So I think that her saying that meant a lot because it's like you don't know an artist who has not gone through anxiety, depression. Like, if you know one, like, tell me, because this person, we need to talk to this person.
ASAP.
Porque están bien cerca de Dios, let me tell you, okay? It's impossible, because it's like I said, imagine you're like putting all this work in all year. You finally record 2-3 songs. Now you don't have no money to push it out.
That's insane. Yeah.
So now it's like, you're going to get depression. You're going to get anxiety.
absolutely.
Now I got to go get a job. So now I'm not going to have the time for my creativity because I have to go get a job. So what she said was dead on. I think that respectfully, she was on point with that.
I think it's a challenge because when it comes to anything dealing with creativity, some people, I'm not saying I'm arguing this, I'm just saying some people would argue like, oh, but the world doesn't owe you that space to be creative and all that kind of shit. And so it's tough, man. And I say this from a position of knowing like how even the genre bachata came from literally a little island and nothingness, and it was just an outlet for people to not only just as a form of expression, but a means of therapy to a certain extent. And so I think people don't recognize, society doesn't recognize creativity as a more of a therapeutic need rather than just like, oh, it's a commodity that unless there's a big machine behind it making money, that then it doesn't matter. Because when you take an art form such as what DR has been able to make, I mean, it's a staple, and now it is a universal sound. You can hear it anywhere across the world.
It's an export.
As you mentioned, it's wild how we don't even see the value in wanting to support that as not only the genre but the musicians that it involves and the art that goes behind it. If anything, people are trying to commoditize and figure out how can Fruity Loops make this shit. Like,
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
and that's the whack part. So.
Yeah.
And then it's so much. And it's such, like, music is such a communal experience too, right? Like like bachata as one genre came from the experience of community, and I think. Well, I'm curious. Like, do you feel like you have community, especially when it feels like such? I mean, from what you're sharing, it sounds like it's such a lonely endeavor as a musician and an artist trying to record. That it's like it's you trying to like working to overcome the system. So, do you feel like you have community?
I mean, sometimes I would, when you sit down and like I said, my bachata is very different. It's very urban. I think that music evolves. Every genre changes, it goes evolving, everything changes. And I feel like bachata has been put in this little box where it's like, no, like if it's not broken, don't fix it. And it's like, it's music.
You do whatever.
You know what I mean? Like, what do I look like dressed the way that I dress, singing, Leonel, Paniagua or Luis Segura or it's weird. But now if I twist it and make it my own and make it fresh, you're going to enjoy it. And then it's going to be like those songs in every other genre that they blow up. And then someone says, yeah, that song was from 1985. And you're like, no, it's not. Drake sings that song. And your parents like, well, Drake stole that song,
Check out the original. This is the original.
But it's because Drake put his, creativity behind it and everything behind it, put a spin behind it. So when you say that, sometimes, no, I don't feel that I have that community that is, supporting it and saying, yeah, girl, like, no, sometimes I don't, especially not from where it came from Puerto Rico, from Dominican Republic, you know what I mean? But then you have other countries that are very, very like into bachata. You have Europe, you have Mexico, you have Argentina, you have all these places that, you have the Philippines. Philippines.
No idea.
The
like cousins to
Philippines.
us, no?
It's insane. They're so like into bachata. Like I didn't know that until maybe a couple of years ago that I seen on TikTok the song Total Eclipse of the Heart, and they made a whole challenge, I guess through the COVID timings or whatever. And they're all from the Philippines.
No
and
way.
I was like, Philippines? Like, and then it had me thinking like, what is like the music from the Philippines? Like, what genre do they like?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, because now I'm like, wow, like bachata got there.
For
real.
How?
Right.
Japan.
Like
Like
Italy, I know as well.
Yeah, like I have DJ from Japan send me every time she plays it in the club. Sends me
Yeah,
like
Japan be dancing salsa and all that over there.
it's
They
crazy.
love that shit over there.
So when I see these things and I see como ese apoyo, that I'm like, wow, okay. But then I would love to see it more from like the mainstream, like where we belong.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because there is a space for it.
Yeah.
You know, I think that bachata, it has evolved. As you can see, when Aventura came out, I'd be singing these songs in my house, and my dad's like, "Págame esa basura." ¿Qué es eso? Like,
The disrespect.
Dios mío. Y tú te vas a poner a escuchar esa basura. And I was so confused, like, but I like it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
like, don't tell me that.
I know.
But to him and his age, that wasn't what they were catering
no.
to. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
And I think that we have to
Yes.
blame our parents and all those people for taste-free shit.
Yes.
Because in every shots fired. You know
with
what?
you.
Because in every baby shower, every
Yes.
16-year-olds, añera, whatever,
Yes.
every generation is the same 4 or 5 songs of bachata.
Yes.
We spoke about
Yes.
that last time. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So we grow up with that shit. I'm good with 4 or 5 old school bachatas in a baby shower, and I'm rocking.
Next,
Yes.
next baby shower we go to, we play
We playing-
something different.
Yeah,
Yes.
we playing
new stuff.
Yes.
The new stuff.
we played the new bachata. We gotta start it off now.
Yes.
I feel like
Yes.
after
gotta
the
break
podcast,
that
Infiltrate,
mold.
grassroots.
Ron's gonna
grassroots.
call. Tío, no fui yo. Era que estaba diciendo.
We gotta break that mold. It's
blaming you.
because
Yes.
No, yes.
it's the
Revolt.
same music all the time in Hispanic households,
Yes.
Gotta start
parties, baby
hijacking
showers,
the
all
place.
that shit.
So I said that the other day when it's so funny you said that, because I was having a conversation with my mom and I said the same thing. I said, you know what? I blame you guys because I blame you. You know why I blame you? For having this whole like, no. This is what you gotta listen to, because Elvis Crespo was in the New Year's Eve party and the Suavemente song was popping, and that's Suavemente.
Yeah.
And you go to every
Never heard
party.
And they rocking that shit.
That is,
Yes.
you say tropical song?
What?
Suave.
No, that's your generic.
Suavemente.
like-
Supposedly that
That's it.
Abracadabra song, the Lady Gaga joint, she
Yes.
jacked it from Elvis
No
Crespo.
way.
He has a song called Abracadabra.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
From
and
a
I'm
couple
like,
of years.
Wait,
Yeah,
what?
he did. Yeah.
And
And
so-
dressed the same way.
and dressed the same way. Like, yeah.
Straight reference, direct reference.
Yeah. And so I
Yeah.
didn't even.
Yeah.
So the
People
next
be
family
taking and
gathering,
taking and
we
taking.
gotta bring some new shit to the
Yes,
family.
definitely.
Do
Yeah.
you at family gatherings? Do you play your music?
Absolutely.
Yeah, like you
Lo
should.
harto.
As you should.
Absolutely,
Yeah, as you
100%.
should.
And then they're like, ponte ahí otra. Está bien. Yo voy a poner más canciones. Espérate.
We're
about this one?
culturally born
Espérate.
haters.
Yo, facts,
Yeah,
yo.
yeah,
But
yeah,
that's right. Like you said, globally, people were like, "Oh my god, I love this artist." Locally, but like,
Y en tu casa.
like,
Yeah.
¿Y qué es eso?
Yeah.
Dame eso ya.
Y tú
Yeah.
cantas.
Yeah.
And it's always the same face.
yeah.
Mira qué bien.
Okay.
Taste freeze. Taste freeze.
No.
Like, why your face look like that even when you're giving me a compliment,
Pero ¿cuándo
motherfucker?
vas a trabajar?
Yes, yes,
Mira.
it's so true.
Y tú todavía estás haciendo música.
Did that? Oh my god.
Oh, that's that line. Oh,
It's
yeah.
the closed minds, man.
It
Yo,
is.
no,
Closed
we
minds.
gotta ignore people. Like,
Yeah.
we literally just have to.
Truly.
I like the diminishing. Like, tú estás la musiquita esa. Like,
Yo.
la musiquita, tú estás la musiquita.
Yeah, nah, it's
Los
true.
videitos, eso que tú hacías. Tú estás haciendo todavía.
Yeah.
My favorite used to be like, oh, pero mira, Rafaelito, él está en el tren cantando. ¿Por qué ustedes no se ponen al tren? I'm like,
Es por matarlo,
Sí,
bro.
yo.
Es por matarlo.
Like, back in the day, llamen a Don Francisco. Ustedes pueden ir a Don Francisco. Salía ahí. I was like,
It's true what you say though. That's how they used to like
remember, yo.
put you down. Okay?
Yeah.
El trabajito que tú tienes.
Yeah.
This is my career.
Yeah.
El trabajito.
Trying to make it.
Anything that ends in ito is a fucking
Once
is a
they hit you
problem.
with that, it's over. Yeah, they don't believe in your shit. Yeah, it's true. It's true.
No,
Yeah,
but
it's
Yeah.
disrespect.
Pero mira qué bien.
Yeah.
It's just a face,
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
Like that.
Completely opposed to what they're saying.
Yeah.
But I blame it on the old school Hispanic people.
But so
Generational
far,
trauma.
so far I can say that like when I do play it at family gatherings and stuff, you know, they vibe with it and they'll tell me, they're like, oh, I like that, you know, I like that song. It's different. And I'm like, different in a good way or a bad way? And
I was
I'm
like, wait, I was about to.
no.
I was debating between either dropping the fighting words or the fucking or the applause.
No, and they'll tell me, they'll say, you know, different, like it's fresh or like it's new, like I can see this. And then now, the thing has been, you know, like once all these other artists came out like you have now Karol G more into that. You have the Camila Cabello. You have Ana Mena. You have Karen Mendez. All of these girls that now are pop, are alternative rock in Spanish, whatever it is, and they're coming over to doing the bachata. Now I get, yo escuché la canción esa y tú suenas como la muchachita, and I'm like,
Oh my God,
Oye.
infuriating.
Jesus.
I've been doing this for a long time.
About to
You
say,
gotta be
yeah,
kidding me.
yeah.
Pero tú oíste esa canción hace 5 años, and then they're like, sí, pero que digo que ahora. No, que por eso es que yo te decía que esa música que tú hacías no era de ahora. Era un futuro. And I'd be
Yo,
like,
it's like,
I don't know if it's a compliment, if I should be
Yeah,
feeling
yeah.
good or not feeling good. Like I'm confused
That's
here.
funny.
So that would happen a lot. But I think that they're more, I think now they're a little bit more receptive, like I said, because of where the genre is.
Also, I think for me, like the music speaks for itself. So I was looking up my phone, and when I heard first "Tu sabes lo que quiero," I was like, "Yo," I had that like the old viejo moment. Where I was like, I almost like put on glasses, like, oh, I was like, damn, yo, fire.
Soy como una fuente, tu deseo se siente. Cambiemos el ambiente, me toca a ti comente. Me vengo cuando besas mi
I was like,
Thank you.
I was like, and again, it goes against, the contradicts lo mismo, que siempre un tigre cantando, que blah, 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 and then I'm hearing the lyrics, I'm like, yo, this is like super refreshing. I'm like, I haven't heard something like this. I could probably say ever like that. I was like, yo, pero Candela. I was like, next one. So it's, huge fan. And shout out to Karina, because the same thing when the Kid Freeaz came over, lo mismo. I don't know if I was on the freeze, but I haven't listened to bachata in a while. Siempre lo mismo, lo clásico. And I'm like, and not to make it sound like that, I was like, sí, hay bachata nueva todavía. Just because, you turn on the radio, you're not listening to that.
Yeah.
Todo
Yeah.
el reggaeton, el dembow. So I went down like a deep dive, and the Kid Freeaz gave me a playlist. Oh my
Yep.
God, it
You
was
were like, wow,
it was like
this is out.
like 75 songs, like 75. And I'm just like, and I'm learning all these different artists, que Majimbito, y el otro, blah, blah. And then by the same thing now, so I'm like, all right, I got a new artist to listen to. So
Nice.
Right.
That's nice.
So now that you've dropped, quite a bit of singles, are you building towards a compilation, an album, an EP? What's popping? Like, what do you see coming up
I
soon?
mean, definitely in the future, 100%. I think that I feel that I'm creating my set of listeners and fans and people who enjoy like my music and aren't just like scrolling past my music. So as you can see with the songs that I've released, when these songs are written, I always try to make it very intentional. I'm not saying that bachata cannot be the despecho and that, whatever. Of course, I do have songs that the one that just came out actually is very much like, you left me. So it is.
Gotta have a couple of those.
It just probably sounds just a little bit more different because, you left me, but I'm not crying for you.
exactly.
So I think that when I release all these songs, they all have a meaning and they all like they're very close to me. They're like my little babies. So I want that when I release an actual album, I want it to be something that you're gonna enjoy. Like you're gonna sit there and actually, like the way that I would, like now, like I said, the whole taste freeze thing. But where I would like sit down and like specifically go to like an artist, like one of my favorite artists is Jessie J, right? And I can sit there and play her album from top to bottom. She's not even an artist from here. She's from Europe, right? So I can sit there and I can listen to her album, and she can release an album today and I'll be like excited for it. Like, oh, I gotta go. So those 3-4 years que no dejan esperando tu artista, they're worth it. You know what I mean? They're worth it. And I think that that's like for a lot of artists. Like you see how they do that. The Don Omar, the Daddy Yankee, like they wait a long time. Romeo Santos, like it's 3-4 years milking that album, and they're working on the next, masterpiece that they have. So as fans, we rush to that. So I want to kind of create that also before I even like put out an actual album. And I mean, things changes all the time. It's like I said in my other interview that I said, I quit every day. So, I might be saying that right now, and then tomorrow I'm like, nah, I'm singing Karina and Ponte. We're doing this album in September. So you never know, because I guess it's where life throws you. You know, I think that for now, like I said, releasing singles, life is short. I have a lot of music. When I do record and I get in my mood and my place, I record a lot. Like I just like record a lot, a lot, and I make a catalog that if I wanted to release an album, I have the material to actually release an album, you know? And I do that purposely because I'm myself as an artist growing every day. I feel that every day I feel a way. Like with the bachata, it's been very tricky for me because of the urban side of it, because I sing.
Yeah.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
I do vocal warm-ups.
Sorry.
I sing.
Oh man, that's gonna be one.
You know what I'm saying?
I set myself up for those.
That's a good one though.
Rightfully so. Cause
I
like,
love it.
I set myself up.
yo, y el auto-tune. Dale el auto-tune for me. Like,
Exactamente. Entonces, respectfully.
Yeah. No, hey, yo.
Respectfully, because I do, you know, it's been a little tricky also with people that I surround myself with and work with, you know. And then I have one producer, he's like, yo, sing, girl, you can sing. Then I got the other producer, nah, put that swag in it, yo, you like from Brooklyn. So it's like, yo, what do y'all want me to do? Like,
driving me crazy.
yeah, you're driving me insane here. So for me to find myself and actually be like, nah, I'm gonna do this because this is what Jae Camilo is. Like, I'm tired of listening to you. I'm not just working on this to just work on it. Like, this is art. This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I want to do for the rest of my life. So if this is what I want to do for the rest of my life, then I gotta treat it like a business, and I gotta treat it the way it is. And decisions that I have to make is no and no y lo que yo diga.
Yeah, you're right. But you already did it when you was younger in the group.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You was already pulling that off. So you was like, fuck that.
Yep. It's
I
like
run the show.
You walk y te caíste en un hoyo, y mañana camina y te caíste en el hoyo. You're like, it was a coincidence, pero ya the third time.
Ya aprendí.
Bro, it's either you're gonna go over it or you're just gonna be like, I'm gonna throw myself in this hole, you know?
Camine por ahí, ya, imagínate.
Exactamente.
Yeah,
So
right.
like you said, I already been there, done that, and as an independent artist, you know, I feel like, no, like it's time to do what I believe in, what I see. Like I said, one thing that I have very close to me is the whole, you know, evolving. I feel that music has evolved, and I think that is my time to show where it's at. Romeo changed because they broke the rules. That was the name of their album.
Exactly that. They changed the
And
game.
that's exactly
They broke doors.
what they did. So it's like, why are we like, okay, it happened. Don't let that shit happen again. Why are we there? Like, no, we need to let it happen again.
Needs to evolve.
Let's do it, because if not, we're only gonna stay where we are. We're only as big as what we make it. You know, and every other genre helps each other, and every other genre grows. Every other genre is international. It goes to the stages, goes to the Grammys, goes to, you know, like I love Premio Lo Nuestro was this week. And we saw how Nati Natasha went up there and she sang her bachata. That we saw Prince Royce and he sang his bachata. And it's like, it makes sense, because it's like, yes, we can be on big stage. This is not only for the bars.
No.
If people know the knowledge of bachata, they would know that when my mom was growing up, bachata was not accepted.
Oh, that was like reggaeton. It was like, you know.
That you could
del
not,
bajo
you
mundo,
go
from the
dance
slums.
bachata at the club.
Pegadito.
No, it was salsa. So for my mom, it was like that was what was in salsa, no bachata. So it's the same thing. It's at the end of the day, it wasn't even meant for it to be at the bar drinking.
Correct.
That was not allowed.
No.
So why are we trying to make it that and leave it there? No, let's make it big. I think that a lot of bachateros, old school, they also don't know the business. So unfortunately, it's like they didn't know how to capitalize off of their creativity and their stuff. So I think they're stuck in their old ways as well.
Yeah.
You know, they're stuck in that, and a lot of people settle. We're humans.
You're right.
And what we were talking about earlier with not having money and having to get a 9-to-5 and having to struggle and do all of this just to make 1 or 2 songs, a lot of people settle. So a lot of people go, well, if I can just go on tour and make $1,000, then why not go on tour and make $1,000? But they don't see the picture that why is Prince Royce and why is Romeo is why is everybody else is making $50,000 for the same amount of time that you're doing. Are you not good enough? You are. But your mind is, you know, limited. And that's why we're not getting what we're supposed to get.
Speaking truth to power.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And I also think I think evolution is really important within creative genres too, because if there's stagnation, I think that leaves the work more vulnerable to AI.
Yes. Absolutely, 100%. 100%.
I forgot about AI.
And with AI now, also a lot of the things is a lot of people, you know, they have the back and forth where now I see a couple of people that are, you know, out here and they're saying, oh, if it's not live music and if you're not singing, then it's not bachata. And that's not true, because at the end of the day, everyone has their own creativity. You know what I'm saying? What do I prefer is one thing. What do I feel is right is another thing. And what I think is working is another thing. Everything has different perspectives. You know what I'm saying? So we can't say no, if it's not live, then it's not bachata. But who says? It's the same thing as if it's not a male, it ain't, you know, gonna work. It's the same thing. But who's to say that? Like, who's making up these rules? You know? So, you know, now with the AI, like you said, it's easier for them to create, you know, synthetic ways, and they can do the bass and they can do the guitars. And what do you guys think? Like, just because it's live, it's going to sound different. I can make a track that is the same thing and it's going to be the same thing. That the artist sings it live, okay, the experience is probably different because, of course, I'm not going to say you get a different experience when you're seeing an artist with a full band opposed to an artist just with a track. But the musically, and what's going to make you money when someone listens to it, they don't know whether it was live or not. They don't know if it was on a machine or if it was a loop from somewhere that you bought in Brazil. Because people in Brazil can play the guida, you know, like,
and that's it. Yeah.
and it's over, you know. But again, it's the mind, you know. It's the mind. I'm just happy that, like I said, I'm happy for the bigger artists to embrace the genre. I think that it has opened a lot of doors. Unlike a lot of people saying, no, they're messing it up. No one's messing it up. I think that it is opening the doors. I think that people are a little more receptive. People are listening more. People are accepting more the change.
As they should, though.
Yeah.
It's music. It's creative. It's like it has to evolve.
And ensure survival.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things I love is how you could just change up, right? You could be chilling all day. You could be listening to Mobb Deep, listening to Jay-Z, but just being Dominican. Listen. I try to tell you about you must serve on the corner. You don't want to be down, right? So, but I'm saying just or whoever it is that you're listening to, and then you can just switch up. I'm just saying like genre-wise, right? And then you come, but you don't know bachata. Like I love that about like certain playlists that I have, where it's just like yo, that's the same playlist. Like yo, listening to Beastie Boys, some rock, y después la semana pasada. You're like,
Yeah. And I think it's cool for DJs too. Now that you mentioned that, I think that like I was talking to a DJ in Florida last year, and she said something. She said it's cool your music because I can transition from like a Karol G or from a Nati or from
even like
someone
the
else
urban
into
aspect
the
of it.
bachata.
Yeah.
As to before, the only person I can transition from was Aventura. Because the sound, you know, because the BPMs are different, and you know everything is so, you know, the music just itself. It's to mix it. It would be weird. Imagine you're like listening to some daddy, and then you're like boy pa allá. It's like
that's super hard to get charged.
exactly. What are we gonna say? We're gonna say ese DJ no sirve. You're not gonna say he's trying with what he has. No, you're gonna say, ese tigre no sirve.
Whose uncle is this?
Yes.
Like a 56-year-old with a laptop, with old Microsoft, like
Yes.
Microsoft.
super Microsoft.
As we're
not
saying
an
this, I'm like, damn. Is there like techno bachata? Is there like hip hop bachata?
Yes.
Like
There is?
Yes,
Huh.
there is. Yes, there is.
I need to fucking
I
expand.
can see the transition,
Mixes,
especially
right?
in the vocals.
No. There are actual artists right now that are, you know, they're mixing these genres together.
Yeah?
Yes, and
Oh,
they're
wow.
creating their own lane, because that's what I keep saying. I'm like, you know, I feel that everyone has their lane. You got to just own it and
You need to do a
and go with
Brooklyn
it.
track. Then you need to do like a
Bachata
big,
Brooklyn
yeah, like a
track.
Hey, because you sounding like the guys, like, no, hablo así, no, hablo así.
because you know what? Now, because I am in my thought process as I'm trying to break hold of that. Like, why are we so conservative of the art form, right? Like, why are we not allowing ourselves to let it evolve into anything? And given the fact that, because we mentioned Aventura, and I guess for that time period, they were revolutionary. Like, they did make it urban, but how urban really was it? It was just, they were urban, you know what I mean? Like, it was bachata. At its core, it was bachata. But now in my head, I'm thinking like, yo, why not take it a step further? Like, fucking...
Like Rum DMC and Aerosmith. They did that.
But
right?
even when that Biggie track and Gwen Stefani made that version of the Biggie track, I forgot the name of it. I can't believe I'm blanking on it. But I'm like, yo, just why not even do something to that level? Like, why not? And not a mix, but like an intentional track.
Yeah.
And now you got me on this fucking flow, because why are we trying to? I get preservation, I do get it, but why are we not allowing that space?
I feel like, I was gonna say, I feel it's like la costumbre siempre. Like, all right, so even with the songs that you sing now, right? Women traditionally, what you want to hear, like a Rocío Dulca, like, ay, él me dejó, like, me duelen, right? But your music is different. It's just like, he's gone, and I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna do this. But that's what we're used to. It's like, yo, you can't sing about that. And it's like, why not? Like, why? Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I've had a lot of conversations with a lot of males. Girls in the room, girls. And it's the weirdest conversations, and Karina can definitely vouch for me over there, which we'll just look at each other and we're
I'm glad we broke the stereotype.
Because they'll like say, ay, los hombres lo que queremos oír es como así, como que una mujer, como que like ella diga que ella era culpable. And I'm like,
oh my God.
Pero a veces ustedes son
que ella,
culpables.
yo quiero, espérate.
A veces ustedes son culpables. It's not always the man.
Do you want to take over the soundboard? I feel like I'm missing the cues.
Obviously.
We're gonna have to have you learn which one. We're gonna have to name them.
Telling him, like, babe, you gotta teach me the technical aspects.
You're gonna get little labels. Come on there.
We can make little stickers.
Labels. And they'll say, you have to sing about, women, it's her fault.
Oh my God.
You have to sing about a woman wanting us back.
See,
crying,
longing,
dragging herself through the apartment.
That's traditional. That's a traditional. It's funny.
And I'm always like, okay, because, I'm always also the creative bulbs are always on. So sometimes I write about my personal experience, and sometimes, I write about other conversations with other, beautiful humans. And I'm like, ooh, that's a song right there. And then I'll go back and I'll work on it. So I'm always open.
Yeah.
But having lately these conversations with these males, I'm like, y es que tú te estás volviendo loco. And the reason for it sometimes is because I'm like, you really want to convince me that you want to go in your car and blast a female saying, it was on my fault, and act, make your manhood like even more like than what it is already in the car. Like, this is what you want to go to, or the opposite. You're telling me you want to go in the car and cry because your woman left you. Like, no, let's think about this, males,
we gotta
please.
Think about it.
We
gotta think about it. These bachateros been crying for hundreds of years.
Them problem.
It's been our fault for a long time.
That sounds like a y'all problem.
Thank you. Thank you. We're good.
We're good. We've been good.
So it's funny because when they hear it, they're like,
we tired of crying.
You're like, so, independent, and I'm like, they're like, like, women are business women. Women right now, the industry actually is so full of females. I love it.
That's amazing.
Don't we love it? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And the reason why we say that is because in my mind, like, I'm still thinking executives are males.
So when you go into these rooms and you see,
of course,
you're like, all right.
In my mind, I'm like, you tell me 2 years from now, 3 years from now, the big boys. But from there now and where we've gone, I'm like the big girl.
They're in the building. They're in the building. Shout out to the
They
big
are
girls.
in the building. Yeah, it's massive.
Well, that means it's because the boys are too busy crying.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Not all. I just
why.
want to refrain. Like, not all. I
Not
want
all.
to say there are some really good
Yeah.
men, such as the ones in this room.
I will share, like, not for nothing. I'm a little guilty today because I was as I was listening to your song, right, and I think it's called No Soy Tu Juguete or something.
Yes,
right?
yes.
And I'm listening to it, and but in the back of my brain, this is how male I guess I am, right? I thought it was saying "Yo soy tu juguete," and I was like, and I turned to Haydee and I was like, "Yo, babe, this song is so refreshing. Like, she's cool being the side chick." I was like, "No," and then she's like, "No," and I'm like, "Wait, my bad. That's not what." So I need to own up to it and apologize in person for making my own fucking
pretty
song.
funny.
So as you're breaking that down, I'm like, "Coño, pero mira, that was me earlier today." So my bad. I take the L for the day on that shit. Like, shots. Sorry.
I mean, you're
Side
close.
chick song.
You're close because the song is about side chick.
Oh, there
Right,
you go.
It
yeah.
really is about the side
And you're
chick. It's
saying that
just
you're
But you're saying,
prettier, like,
I'm
and
not.
all that. but-
because she's. It's not that she's comfortable. It's that she realized that she is. So now she's saying, you know what? I don't even care anymore. So I've been all this time. Pick which one you're gonna stay with at this point.
Yeah.
Because now, I mean, and it was just a real life thing. It's some women get with some men, and they have two women, and neither of them know. Could you guys believe that?
I
Never
actually,
heard of it in my life.
I actually don't. I've never.
Seems like
Yeah.
a great material for bachata.
Where?
Who? What man? What man? No.
Never.
And then in the aspect of the women wouldn't want to talk about that. Why would a woman want to say, like, I am the side chick, like I'm like shit, I'm the side chick? No, women. So the song just brings both of those things together. It's women finally saying, I'm the side chick.
Yeah.
Bruh, I wasn't planning on being the side chick. It just happened.
Yeah.
But technically, I'm the side chick.
Yeah.
And it's women coming to realization, and then men coming to, shit, I can't play. No soy tu juguete. I can't play with them. I gotta make a decision. Shit,
Wow.
things are getting serious. in
Fuerte.
here.
Shit got real.
Está fuerte la vaina.
You know, but you know, it is what it is. At the end of the
So
day,
you
a lot
wasn't
of
wrong.
men.
Yeah.
Yeah, you wasn't
wasn't
wrong.
wrong.
You wasn't wrong.
But I also want to know what men this is that you speak of. But we gotta hunt these men down. Real fast.
These men, I can't.
These men that are making meals look bad.
Very bad out in the streets. It's not right. It's not right.
It's like, todas estas mujeres bonitas having guy problems. They're unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
All lies.
Unbelievable.
All lies. Everybody's lying to each other.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem.
Yeah. No, but so it's never bashing men. My music never bashes men. I don't think that it do. I just talk about women being very independent, and I think understanding that they can be successful without, you know, having to depend on a man. I believe in marriage. I believe that women and men who come together and build together build bigger things together. So yes, males need females need male. You know what I'm saying? To be able to, you know what I'm saying, or vice versa, just a partner. You know, you need someone. But me in particular, I'm not bashing men at all whatsoever. You know, just because a female is independent, if anything, I'm letting you boys know there's some independent females out there that's who y'all should be looking at. You should be looking at the females who want to succeed, who have the $1 million brain
Yeah.
set, you know, who has a good head on their shoulder. Why do you want to go for something lower than that? You know, and that's really, if anything, something that I'm showing men. If you listen carefully.
Stay away from the side
And
chicks.
that's-
Stay away from the side chicks. Go with the $1 million brain, not the side chick,
Yeah.
not the
No.
bird brain,
Yeah.
the $1 million brain.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. Niggas love
You
bird
know?
brains.
Yeah, sad but true.
Oh my god.
So what's your favorite color? 3.
She's a keeper. Well, yeah, you're right. But yeah, you know, bachata.
I am so glad you're here because I apologize. I didn't have your own mic set up. My bad.
This is the whole thing. He was trying to sideline me. I was like, no, babe, I have to be there. I have to be there.
Yo, all these males over here telling me how to write music.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Jesus.
Man.
No. But you know, maybe in the future I'll go ahead and make myself responsible for things, you know, and it is what it is. Who
Yeah.
knows?
It's
You
your
mean have a
music. You
baby?
do whatever.
Like responsible for things.
Yeah. Let me say it's mine. Oh, okay. You are the mother.
That's fucking side chick next level.
Oh, okay, you're connected with that.
Oh my god.
You're responsible for a lot.
No. Oh yeah, because when what was it? We had a friend of the show, Linda Abar, and she was sharing with us that her grandmother, she found out that her grandfather had, you know, children out of wedlock, and she was like, "Fuck it," and she like took them in and all that, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Coño, this is next level." Like,
That would have been a great bachata song. That's a great. That's right up there. That's a great bachata song.
Every baby shower.
no. Just too wild.
Sigan hablando,
Sí, ajá,
señores.
¿verdad?
No está tan mal.
No.
Sigan su conversaciones. Side chicks.
It's your song.
How many times you listen to this song? No, babe, she's saying son tu juguete.
It's
How much
okay.
time was
She
it?
said it's
Until you were
okay.
like, are you kidding me?
I think she got a good idea.
You think about this? The thing is that you don't understand, bro. I literally I looked and I was like, wow,
It's so empowering.
Super
like,
progressive.
why are you not hearing music more like
Oh
this?
my god. Super progressive.
Yes.
Wow.
This is the modern times. Modern times.
Going in the right direction, I say.
Oh god.
This guy.
I am joking.
I know.
Yeah, please don't get yourself.
Yeah, my bad. I am not speaking male men.
All
No.
comedies. All comedies.
Yeah, joking. No. I was like, wow, but I in full transparency, like there was a tweak. I was like, am I hearing this right? Then I had to like rewire the brain. I was like, no, I'm not listening to this right at all.
That was your male brain first wanted to hear that. And then you're like, all right, let me rewind.
Yeah, let me rewind this shit. No. So anywho, we're not talking about side chicks.
No, not at all.
So what are you looking forward to? So you got tracks lined up. You made tracks that you got in the back burner that your grandmother said, yo, you should have been playing that a while ago in the future. What are you excited about for this upcoming year or the future? What's popping? Like now you just dropped a single. What are you looking to do?
I mean, I got a lot of cool things happening. I can't really say too much.
It's really exciting.
But I am excited. I'm excited because I get to work with a lot of great, amazing people coming up. I cannot wait for my supporters, because that's what I say, for them to listen to all the great music that I have lined up. And I'm gonna keep it, I'm gonna keep it stern. I'm gonna keep it the way it is. I don't feel like I need to fold and try to, make everybody else happy and do something that I don't want to do. You know what I mean? To do that, and I have sang, with the Total Eclipse of the Heart. Then I have El Me Mintió. I have records that are very, like sang, and you can go have a drink and you can see how, El Me Mintió, males once again, because that's what females have always sung about. I tell my dad, it's a funny one. My dad, when I show him music that's not released that are coming out, even some that already have released, he goes, pero es que tú tienes que decir culo. And I'm like, yeah. You know, like, do you have another name? Like, should I say Tush? You know? And I tell him all the time, I said, "Bah, you know, this was now." Because before I would just like get bothered by it and be like, oh, I guess I gotta change the word. But now, you know, I listen to older songs and then I'm like, oh yeah? Do you want me to play a song from your time? Because the guaya guaya and the plátano this and the lojos and they weren't really talking about those things. Yes.
Quisiera ser un pez.
Yes, exactly.
Y hacer burbujas de amor por donde sea.
You mean to tell me that's not about fish?
Yes.
Pasando la noche entera mojado en ti.
I think it gets worse. Keep going.
And the parents be like, ¿qué canción más linda? Wow, burbujas de amor.
Baby shower, baby shower.
Baby shower hits. Baby shower hits. Oh, Lord.
So when he does hit me with that, I hit him with that now. And I'm like, you know, you really don't want to go there with me anymore. But yeah, like, I just want to make sure that I continue all these nice little ventures that I am going to do. I'm hoping that this year we go back to all the award shows. I think that we learned a lot. I think that me attending a lot of these events and being to a lot of places, number one, they're like, oh, you sing bachata. Oh, you're a female. So that alone already, you know, makes a statement in the room, you know? And I think that that's good. That's good for the genre, because if I don't know how much, ¿cómo se dice? Como cuánto granito de arroz que yo puedo, tú sabes, like, para, yeah, like, you know, so whatever little bit that I can do myself as an artist in this genre, then that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to continue to do it throughout the year. Like I said, I have a lot of good things, you know, lined up for this year, and I cannot wait to share all the great news in the upcoming months with everyone.
All right.
Hopefully too, there's like a little documentary that we're also like working on from when I was little, because I've been doing this for a really, really long time. You know, like I said before, like I started with the acting and I started with the stuff. So there's a lot of stuff that people don't know, you know, and that I'm gonna love, like, when I share it. Like, I shared something not that long ago that I was like, you know, would you know that, like, I was on the Cosby Show, and all of people was like, I don't like Cosby Show.
Cosby Show too.
Which one, girl? You know, so like things like that like people don't know about me, you know what I'm saying? And other like children movies and stuff like that I was able to experience this when I was little. So it's like I haven't been working my ass off, like they say, just to like be like, okay, whatever, I guess I'm gonna go get a job. And I've tried a lot of other things, you know, and listen, I'm grateful. I love God. Not que soy arrogante ni cocky ni nothing, but when I put my mind to something, I seem to always like, I give my best, you know. Like, one thing in my house is always like, si tú lo vas a hacer, hazlo bien una vez para que no lo tenga que hacer de nuevo. And that's like the way that I was brought up. And my parents always had businesses and everybody. So like me growing up, like that's what I was like, okay, fine, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do that. But I've always found a way to kind of make sure that this is like my life and this is like what I'm putting all my energy behind. So I think in the next couple of months, you guys are going to see more of that. You're going to be able to kind of like really in depth see where I'm coming from. That this wasn't like I woke up yesterday and I'm like, all right, let's do bachata. You know? Like you had said earlier about the hip hop stuff. Like I did a song that was hip hop bachata.
What?
But it never got
I'm
released.
like, I didn't see that. I didn't hear that.
But if you go on YouTube, you can actually find it. It was leaked at that time when I did it. So this is probably more than 10 years ago when I first started. When I first started.
When I look in your eyes, I feel alive.
And it was very not welcomed at all whatsoever, because it was like,
gotta be hip hop pure or bachata pure. Pick one.
yes. But it was accepted in other countries. So if you go on, the reason why I say it's on YouTube, if you go on YouTube, you'll find dancers from other parts of the world using the song to do like competitions and do certain things. So clearly there's a market, you know. So like they have it and they've used it. So yes, it worked. It's just maybe wasn't the time for it. So hopefully in the future, I bring that back and I figure out a way to,
Marketing and all
use that
yeah,
same
right.
type of like where we going, that direction, and just kind of like make it evolve. Like it's been a couple of years, and make it fresh again, and probably that too. I don't know. So, but I have a lot of good stuff.
Any
Just can't say
acting
much.
in the future?
Definitely, 100%. I definitely want to get back into it. I just feel that I want to kind of seal what I got going on right
Gotcha.
now first.
One thing at a time.
Yeah, one thing at a time. But that I would love to. I would love to do something in Spanish. I was telling Karina, it's like I would love to get like in contact with some directors and some like casting, people for Latin stuff. I feel like when I was growing up, it was weird. I know we're pressed for time, but it was weird because I was like very like Afro Dominicana, and that wasn't a thing back then. So it was like
It's a term that just came out in DEI. You know what I'm saying?
So like it was very like it was very different, like I never saw myself like being able to do like a Spanish series or like a Spanish movie. Like to me it was like this is where I fit. So it was like this is where you fit.
Wow.
So I had to,
You kind of put in the mold.
shucks. But yeah.
I'm just fucking with you. It's not me, it's society. Nah. I'm just pointing it out. It's just words.
Yep. But now, I feel a little different because I feel more accepted. I feel a little bit more different when it comes to certain things in certain environments, which I love. Once again, like I said, I feel like everything is always like changing, and that's what I love. Like I love that we're being accepted a little more and being part of other things. So in the future, I would definitely love,
All right.
love to do that.
It's fantastic.
That's awesome.
In my bad, I'm not moving because we're pressed for time.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
No.
It's all the fucking technology and shit and making sure that everything is
DJ.
working.
Buttons.
Yeah, it's buttons and buttons and buttons.
I know. Yeah. But I do have a song coming out in March.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Ya no puedo más. It's a very, very interesting record. I did not like this record at all whatsoever. Like I probably still don't like it a lot.
Really? That's why.
But Karina's over there like but it happened to be that everyone that I played this record for, because a lot of people was like, oh, if you don't like the record, then why would you release it? Well,
Is it the males?
everyone
The males.
they like it actually. Everyone seems to like the record. I wrote this record. It's so funny. I was in Florida and we were doing a little writers camp, and that day I was having one of my moments, and this song I literally wrote it at 3 a.m. and everyone went to bed, and I was like, I cannot believe that I didn't get shit done today. And I was just there on the bed, and then I was like, and I was like, oh, hold on, wait a minute. And I sat down, and then I just like wrote it, and I woke up in the morning. I was dying to wake up in the morning so I could tell the producer,
I got one.
In the morning
We got
song.
one.
And then when I was recording it, I was like, this is horrible.
Oh,
And the producer's like,
Exactly what he goes. I just want to tell you something. Most of these artists, their hit records are the ones that they hate the most. I was like, I guess so. All right, fine. I guess that's
keep it.
so yeah.
Keep it.
let's do it. Let's do it then. And then that's how this record came out. So I'm actually excited for the record to come out because I think that, once it comes out, I'm gonna get that true feed of what the record is. I think I listen to it every day. I think it grows on me like every day. I think it's like, how you box yourself. I think I'm being that bad person right now, and I'm like, I know I didn't like that record. But I'm happy. I'm very, very excited for the record to come out and see how it does, the record. So
That's funny with the artistry. Like, I remember like waking up same thing in the middle of the night. Sometimes I come up with something. I'm like, oh shit, go to notes, and I'm like, oh man, this is genius. And like 2 days later, I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, what was that? What? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. But I've learned not to throw it out. Because
I don't throw anything out
before I
anymore.
literally would. I'm still old school
No.
a lot when I have a studio, so I go into my space and I'll grab paper.
A notepad, yeah.
And I just like start writing, and I used to do the notebook, and then I would get upset because I'm like, I'm ripping these papers out and then the back comes out. And I'm like, I'm not using notebooks anymore. And I started using like regular printer paper. And then like I'll write it and then I'll crunch it up and I'll like throw it in the trash can.
What fucking movie are you living?
I hate mom shit.
So true.
Next.
But then,
May as well throw a cigarette in there.
Una botella de cigarette.
no. But then this top producer, I was working with him and he goes, no, we don't never do that. He goes, because maybe you start something and he can finish it. And I never knew that. Like I thought, growing up, like you had to write, like if you were writing the song, you were writing the song. But it's like you said, you get an ad-lib, you get some credits off of that.
That's true.
So yeah,
I'm ready, yo. I'm ready, yo.
one word
Yeah,
for an ad-lib. That's
I got a
it.
featuring. You saw me, heard me.
That's it. So after that, I never did it again, and I kind of like, oh, you know what? What I'm gonna do is I'll write it and I'll just leave it there. So that's why when I say sometimes I'll mock certain things that I write, and I'll go in and I'll record it, and then when I get in the car, I'll play
There you go.
it. And then sometimes I'm like, you know what? That was going in the right direction. I'm gonna go back to that, or that wasn't a good idea, or something maybe from before.
Yeah, I remember.
Years later, you're like, okay,
This might work.
Yeah, so from back in the day, we used to do reggaeton, have like notebooks and stuff, and I'm like reading it, and I'm like, but it was more like on that, like, quiero ser el pañuelo. I'm like, yo, what the reggaeton, bro? I swear, I found things, I'm like, está bien? I'm like, what were you going through then?
Like, who broke your heart?
Yeah,
For our non-Spanish speaking listeners, what does pañuelo mean again?
handkerchief. I want to be the
He wants to be the
handkerchief.
handkerchief.
Yo, that dries up your tears. Like,
I was thinking about sweat.
I was like, está bien,
Dries up your
But
sweat.
listen, you probably wrote that a long time ago.
100%.
And now you have Rosalia, you have The Weeknd, you have
yeah,
all these people
yeah.
talking about
Revisit.
pañuelo.
Yeah.
So you weren't off.
Bro, yeah.
It's just not the time
No,
for it.
it wasn't. I was a little early.
Save it.
Yeah.
Workshop it later.
Save it.
But also with the writing specifically, I remember same thing. I'll do the pen and paper, but then I'm like, yo, it'd be so slow. I have the idea in my head, and I can't get it out fast enough. I'm like, why am I writing so slow? Like, so his voice know everything now. Dude, legit, I'm like, and then this happens, and I'm like, ya se me fue. So
It's like this damn calligraphy.
dude, it's a lost art. I can't.
Yeah.
We're still learning how to write script.
That's why it depends how I'm feeling. That's why I said I'll go in the studio and I'll turn on the mic and then I'll write like rappers do, like the
There you
freestyle,
go.
and they'll go. So sometimes I'll do that.
So you have
and then
to do
I
that at
get-
home as well?
Yes.
Oh, you have to.
So
Yeah.
then once I'll do it, then I'll listen back and I'm like, oh, I like this, I like that, and I'll just cut it and I'll take it out and that's it, and I'll continue from there. Because I do have a studio in my home. I do try my best to be my little producer self, and I work myself. I'm my own engineer. So like the song that just came out, I actually recorded mostly all those background vocals at my house by myself.
For the new one that's
The
gonna be
one that
released?
just came out, I recorded
Don't
recorded all those background vocals, all those vocals in my house by myself, and just literally with my producer, like Maji. You
Yeah.
said earlier, Mayumbito, shout out.
Yeah.
With him on FaceTime. And he's like, all right, do this note, do that note, or I like this, I like that better. And then I'm like, all right, I'll call you back in a second, get a static, and then I'll do it, and then call him
You got
back.
virtual producers now? I had
real.
no idea.
Yeah, that's how I work with him. And then,
Futures now.
and then
This is the new times.
not this single, but the single after this one. So what's this, March? So April. So sometime in April, that song.
Are you
I
dropping a
actually
new track every month? Is that like the...
Yeah.
Wow.
That is the objective right now. So the April track I recorded at my house, the whole entire thing.
Wow.
So I try my best, to do. I do have a booth, and it's a little uncomfortable, but y'all see it in the documentary.
all right, nice.
How weird I have to. You hear the little keyboard, and then I'm like, okay, now I gotta go back and I gotta cut it.
Yeah, cut it.
I can't send it to Maji like
Sounds like
that.
it's working.
Yeah. So you can do everything yourself.
work.
Like you said,
Yeah.
cleaning everything and wow, that's
Yeah, I try to do that because he himself like helped me a lot with a lot of like the production stuff. So he taught me a lot of stuff, taught me Pro Tools and stuff. So, like if I'm gonna send it to him, like
Has to
yeah,
be
I
in the
better
same
not,
form, yeah.
I better not send it to him with all these. You
my
better cut
God.
them shits out because he's gonna be like,
remember
"¿Y qué es esto?" So. So I try to clean them up and send it to him already. So like that, it's easier. It's easier for him.
Well, you're used to the work.
I would always say, like, how does an engineer do it? Like with non-singing people. Like I get the autotune. I get it.
Yes.
Throw that shit in there.
But the
Again.
repetitiveness.
Again. I've seen it.
Never.
I've seen Again, it
You
speaks
gotta
for
love that
Again.
shit.
Live that shit.
Yeah,
Long time.
Oh, my
I
God.
think they're underpaid. I don't know how much they make,
Not enough.
No.
but
So much work.
I don't know how much. But just the repetitiveness of like, okay, we're gonna take that again.
Yeah.
So
Oh, my
take
God.
86
Yes.
and the word
Yes.
como, and it's like it's the same word como. Like, how can I possibly not be
Damn.
saying it correct?
That
So
shit sounds droll.
What's the name of your documentary going to be? Just out of curiosity. Can you share that? No.
Secrets.
I like it. Good. But the build up, right? Build up, right?
yes.
Fine, don't tell us nothing.
We'll just wait.
Like I think that when you hear my music, like you're like, okay, it's fresh, it's nice. When you see it live, it's also a different experience as well because of me, like you're getting Jae Camilo. Like I'm singing live. There's no like weird stuff going on,
Singer.
Sing.
It's okay because I set myself up for that.
Yeah. And don't get it mistaken. Like, listen to it. Like, not saying it's fresh. Like her, I'm like, shit is fire. Like, this shit is,
It just makes things a little bit easier, because nowadays you guys know the deal. You don't really need to sing anyways,
No, you don't.
Talent, hard work
Dance a
beats
little bit.
talent.
Yeah, that's it. Dance
Sorry
a
que me
little
tengo que
bit.
poner, tú sabes, un poco fría decir
No, oye,
esto.
you gotta flex. You gotta flex
Venga.
sometimes.
But
I
yeah.
work hard and I can't sing.
Yes. Total package here.
Flex. You gotta.
Did you want to ask a question? Okay. All right. So we're gonna switch over to last call for words, which usually just encompasses like what you want our listeners' side to take away from this episode, or what you want to share as the last thing. So we'll start with Dre, then we'll go. Matter of fact, because we've never done. So we'll go Dre. We'll start males.
Oh yeah, we want to hear that. Let's do
I'll
it.
keep
Spit that out. I'm like, oh, God.
Don't worry.
We'll start Dre, Ramz, then we'll go to you, and then H, and I'll close it out. Like that. Cool? Is that cool,
Oh, my
everybody?
God. It just felt like, I'll say what you gotta say for you. Don't worry about it. Might as well, yeah. Straight to jail. Yeah. Nah. Oh, my God. So bad.
The randomest transition. Where the fuck is my... All right, anywho. Last call for words. My brother, Dre Drizzo.
Best way to bring in the new season. It was an amazing conversation. Jay, thank you so much for your wonderful story. We are looking forward to all these secretive things that you got coming up, because we are very, very excited of all the work you're doing. Keep representing for the female bachatas, because I know that we need a lot of them. So
I don't know if that was shots.
that wasn't a shot. I swear to God. I'm trying to.
I couldn't drop a bomb on it.
Yeah.
But you did start off the intro better, though, this time around.
Yeah, I did. Thank God for the TV. Thank you so much for the interview. It was amazing. Thank you so much.
My brother, Ramz McFly. As always, the music historian. You come in with the
shit.
vocals, everything.
No, just a huge fan of the music. I look forward to everything you got going on. I wish you the best. I mean, but you're putting in the work. You're doing everything. That's it. I want to listen to more. That's all I got. I want to hear more.
My man.
I like it.
Jay, I didn't know what to expect from this conversation, given the limited amount of music out right now, like on whatever streaming service that I could find. And I was like, all right, cool. It's good, and it's not only good, it's great, but I want, like Ram said, I wanted more. I was like, so you left me with this conversation wanting more, because all the secretive shit and
Secret thing.
but to go all the way to the beginning, wow, to learn that you've done so much already, it's beyond impressive. And the whole basically music business insight that you gave us was a mind-blowing experience in itself. And I didn't in the beginning. I was like, damn, man, you know, things aren't as pretty as they seem, and there's a lot that goes on behind the inner workings and stuff. And I already know that it's for women to break into this industry is already difficult as it is just being a woman. And what you shared about going from the girl group and all that kind of stuff, and just sharing your conscious decision to wanting to go in your direction, your own path, and most importantly, your own passion. It's been an absolute pleasure. So all that to say, it's been such a nice spectrum of a conversation, from not only talking about the music, but your desire to even want to continue moving forward with what you love. So thank you very much. And it's been very dope. So please share with me your last call for words. So my bad.
No, good. No, thank you guys so much. I am honored to be here today talking with you guys. I love the conversation. I think, like you said, you know, wanting more, and like you said, wanting more is definitely one of my goals. I think that I want people to want more. I never want to just be that, because that is what I've been working for. Like I said before, longevity is my number one thing right now, and I want to make sure that I leave my mark, that I become that girl that the younger me will be proud that there's someone for the next generation to look up to. I think that to me is like something that I am looking forward to, basically. Like I want to leave my mark. So thank you guys so much for sharing your platform, for, you know, inviting me and having me, you know, talk to you guys about music and bachata and laughing so much. You guys are all so good. Thank you so much for being my girl on here and not leaving me alone with all these men. You're not gonna kick me out today. Not gonna happen. But thank you so much, and I can't wait to continue sharing all the secretive things that are going on.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The lovely, honorable, thank you for coming through today. You can take the mic. Just take the mic.
I'm going to take the mic. Thank you. Thank you for having me today. No, but I'm so happy that I could be here and meet you and have this conversation with you, because I see you, and everything you've expressed is exactly like the track that I'm on to in my field, and legacy. Like, I really want to build and leave a legacy behind. So I'm really rooting for you, and I'm excited to see everything that you got going on and that you have coming out, all the secrets. So I can't wait for the secrets. Yes. And it was so lovely meeting you today, and really happy to have this conversation. So thank you for coming.
Thank you.
I took the mic back. I apologize for my male forward thinking progress. This guy here, man.
Who's he talking about?
This guy.
It's like wow, we're just being more open nowadays. Good for people. It's so wrong. But you know, one never knows what people are going through, and so hearing it when you're listening to music that is as passionate as bachata is, I never know when it's a fine line between art or like real life, and it's like, oh, what is that person going through? Like, because it's so involving, right? From the creative process, because it can't just be fucking aquí me voy a quedar, you know, here I'm just gonna drink myself to death because somebody doesn't love me. Like, goddamn, it just can't. But you know, you have some tunes where you're like, oh, I don't need your money, and I'm like, oh man, you know, good for her, she's doing her thing. But I can see why the opposition would, but fucking people are haters.
Yeah.
You know, and that's just a fact, and it's one of those things that, because there is no previous model, it makes it very difficult. You're creating your own model. You know what I mean? And not only for the genre, but also for the business itself. Because you mentioned something like, yo, a lot of our people don't even know the fucking business, and it's just like, coño. So there's a lot of handicaps.
Yeah.
The fact that your parents were so proactive and putting you in and involving you and stuff. I mean, may I ask, how old are you, if you don't know?
Eso no se pregunta, muchacho.
Y a una mujer tú le vas a preguntar eso.
Una mujer dominicana.
You know what? No.
Pero
I I left.
Y esa
I got
falta
a
de
shovel in the
respeto.
car for
Yeah,
you.
me
Let me
too.
get the shovel.
Este quiere estar como pasado. Loco, ven acá, loco.
You know what? Forget any of that. All I'm saying is you were on the Cosby Show, so I don't know.
Well, you would think like you're little. I didn't say it at what age.
Yeah, no. So you were
To get a bit of
Secrets.
yes.
Secret, yes.
just more secret.
You gotta go on Prime and go look at this season. And then be like, which one is she?
Yes.
Okay, la morenita que está ahí.
IMDb.
You really nailed it on the Cosby Show. But anywho, all that to share that so much has been experienced, and to follow through on a, I would say on the business side, that we all kind of know is very difficult. It just as is, but then to choose the genre that, quite frankly, unless it's being exploited by someone else, like, because you're right, why is it that Rosalia got love and what was it, Karol G and all these other people, but our own, we can't seem to find the consistency of supporting and embracing our own. So I'm super rooting for you. Like, I'm really, really not only rooting for you on the sense that, like, your music's dope or whatever, but it's just overcoming those barriers that, quite frankly, it's generational shit that I don't know, and I'm looking forward to watching you figure this out, because it's a lot. And I think, just hearing your optimism behind it, and the fact that not only that you have so much going on and you're looking forward to so much, and you're kind of beginning to say, fuck it, let's just move forward with everything and anything, even if it's a song I don't care for as much, but everybody says it's dope, fine, let's do it. That in itself speaks volumes, it speaks growth, and I'm just super excited for you. And so thank you very much for taking the time and just sharing your overall experience, because I didn't mean to ask your age, so like...
Sí, que iba a seguir.
It's for men and women that the question gets asked.
Yeah.
Equal
Yeah,
opportunity.
yeah, it is.
It's just I was...
He also wants to know how much money you make a year.
What is the social?
You know what, man? I ain't gonna ask people shit anymore. It's just words. Nobody cares. Yeah, but thank you, Dre Drizzo, for coming through. Ramz, McFly, Honorable Lovely Haydee, and most importantly, Jae Camilo. I appreciate you all so much. This is Ron Kain, and thank you for listening. Have a wonderful day.
Yes.